We've got news just coming in from the Indian Ministry of External Affairs, which has raised concerns after the Pakistani government offered a scholarship to Kashmiri students. Remember, some of those students had been charged with sedition by the Uttar Pradesh government, a charge that was later dropped. The MA spokesperson Syed Akbaruddin said that the Pakistani government must look within and that it should not interfere in Indian affairs. The Pakistani Foreign Office spokesperson Tasneem Aslam said if Kashmiri students who were involved in that incident in a Meerut University want to come and pursue their studies in Pakistan, the country's hearts and academic institutions would be open to them. Maha Siddiqui is on the phone line with us. Maha, a rather short and curt reply from India on what was clearly a provocation.
Well, absolutely. India doesn't want to entertain Pakistan on these grounds because over the years it has realized that Pakistan perhaps needs a reason to try and meddle in India's internal affairs. Now, there was anyway outrage in the country from all sections of the society over the fact that sedition charges, which are so serious in nature, were initially slapped on them. And after this outrage, and also the fact that the grounds were not really justified for that, that was revoked. So certainly at that point, meddling in India's affairs is something that hasn't gone down too well, not just with the Ministry of External Affairs, but with the government at large and also with the people to a large extent. And therefore, when that question was put to the Ministry of External Affairs spokesperson today, he said that those who live in glass houses should not be throwing stones at others. So clearly, a very curt reply, as you were rightly pointing out there, clearly stating that it hasn't gone down too well with India and that Pakistan should refrain from making statements about what is happening in India internally.
Maha, was there any response from the official spokesperson on the comments from the Jamaat-ud-Dawa chief, Hafiz Saeed, who also offered scholarships to these students?
Well, the comment was basically about the comments coming from across the border on this issue, which clearly is an internal matter of the country, and that the country has the wherewithal to deal with matters that concern its own students, and that India clearly does not look upon any government or even a non-state actor, as Pakistan constantly puts the terror organizations operating from its soil under the category of not very kindly too. And certainly anything said by JUD will not be taken too kindly either by the government or even by the people of the country. So clearly this reply encompasses a reply for all of those who have tried to meddle in India's internal matters as far as the students were concerned. There were of course sympathetic words that were anyway spoken out within the country for very serious charges being slapped on the students, which later was revoked. And now attempt is being made so that these Kashmiri students can go back. And therefore, at this point, for other countries to really talk about an issue that is so much intrinsic to India is really something that the Ministry of External Affairs has very curtly set aside.
Maha Siddiqui, many thanks for that update. India responding rather abruptly and rather curtly to the Pakistani Foreign Office's offer of a scholarship to those Kashmiri students who had been charged and later cleared of charges of sedition.